It kills me. It really kills me that so many people complain about things that they are not willing to change or take action on. I hear a lot of men and women complaining about each other. Maybe not a lot, but I do hear some. And I'm always thinking, you can't change other people. Well, what you can do is change policy or influence policy. Now, people are like, what do you mean by that? But it's quite obvious what I mean by that. But maybe it's not, but let me explain. Now, from the 1920s to 1930s, they had a thing called the Prohibition. If you don't know it, go look it up. And it's when people got together and said, we're going to abolish the consumption and sales of alcohol. And it happened for a while. You know, overall, people didn't like it. It wasn't beneficial, and they changed it back. At one time, people, black people, didn't have the right to vote, and they went through action and through resources and unity and strikes and such, and more that I'm just not speaking on at this time. They, instead of complaining, they took action. So you just complaining about something is great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with venting. There's nothing wrong with letting somebody know that you don't like something and that you're not going to tolerate it. But if you just speak about it and you still tolerate it, you're not taking action. So what I would say is, for all you people who love to just speak, who loved, that's right, who loves to just verbalize stuff, that's great. But take some type of action. Take some type of action and make a change. And what I mean by that is, for me, if you don't have threat, then you need some type of leverage or reward motivation. So I don't know if people have seen the movie Departed, but in The Departed, the gangsters raised up one of their own to be a covert operator for them inside the police force. And in other situations, as you've seen The Godfather, they would take one of their own and make them their lawyer or their politician. And that's what you need to do. Sorry, I'm giving some game here, but it's not hard game. It's not complex game. And what it is, if you want somebody to represent you, they have to have some type of interest or some motivation to do it. Unless you have threat, like, okay, all stuff being manufactured is usually being manufactured right now outside of the United States. But how does the United States maintain power? I'll tell you how, because they have the weapon, they have the strong military. So if you don't have a strong military, which of course certain individual groups do not. We don't. Let's speak about just black people for a second. We don't have. Hold on, say something pop up. I hate that. You were doing something that's just first popping up. But let's say we don't have a nation. Where's the nation of black people? Just tell me where that is. You don't have a military. You don't have it's a amalgamation of people from all over that have a certain phenotype that are descended from quote unquote slavery. I use that because that's not really a chattel slavery. It's a lot of terms you can use. I'm just using that example. And this may not be one of my best talks. I'm going to be real, but it's really about people complaining but not ready to take action. I don't complain about stuff that I'm not willing to do. So you don't hear me complain about too much because I'm sorry. My problem is I have a high endorphin level, and I guess oxytocin is always kicking in with me, so I'm always pretty happy. But for the people who are unhappy, you need to take action. You need to make changes, and if you can't make changes, if you can't influence people, then you need to shut up. Now you need to sometimes be covert. I didn't put out too much. I didn't run off cold a little bit, but it's not really going out cold. It's really telling the truth. You have to find people who think like you and work with them, and you got to understand that some of your operators will not seem like they're operating, but they're for you. So this is my advice to people, men, women, whatever group you are, whoever you are. Don't come. Something on fire. Oh, hold on. I forgot I had this in here. Oh, let me just go geek for a second. Super Nintendo, but it's a DS, and I got it for cheap. What game I got? It's off topic. Oh, this is. I can. You see it? I can see it. It's a Zelda game. I like Zelda. So anyway, back to it. Headphones. Did you hear that, Mike? You have to sometimes not complain about stuff that you're not going to take action on. So if you're not going to implement the change, if you're not going to fund the change, if you're not going to unite and do something, it's great to complain. But that's it's entertaining. Ooh, you're pissed. Ooh, I'm so happy for you. But you're not doing anything. So if you want to talk about all these people that have no morals, or all these people, oh, their ethical codes are wrong, and the single mothers and the single fathers, and I'm Pookie Raymond, classic man Gilmore, so I can say all this. But if you're going to talk about these people, are you changing policy? Because really, you complaining means nothing. But are you going to take action that you're ready to stand on for, or have somebody represent for you? If you're not ready to do this, then your complaining is pointless. You're just talking, like I'm just talking now. And I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people just want to complain. I just want to complain and entertain and talk about Donald Trump and Obama. Oh, they all did it wrong, and Bill Clinton. Oh, okay. What happened was you didn't unite. You didn't put somebody to represent you. You didn't gather together, and you didn't pick a politician or a policymaker or somebody who's great in public policy to help implement your plan, and you didn't motivate them in whichever way that you should motivate them. You didn't give them the green light to work for you. And that's what I think is wrong with a lot of people. So I'm looking at something real fast because I want people to understand that you can complain all you want. You can talk about blah, 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 whatever you say. You can say whatever you want. But if you're not willing to do something to make something, if the constituents don't get together to influence the vote or the organization, then you're just blowing hot air and you're just being entertaining. But I know it. I mean, even me, sometimes this is entertaining. I'm just rambling on. I'm just speaking to you. But truthfully, why complain about something that you're not willing to take action in? You're not really willing to be active to make change. But I get it, boo-hoo me, boo-hoo. They don't like me. They don't like my Willy Wonka. They don't want to touch my chocolate bar. Ooh, I'm going to complain about it. You don't want my candy, baby. You don't want my sweet chocolate with the creamy center. You don't want it. You don't want it. That comes gushing out. You get what I'm saying? I'm just complaining, but what action am I taking? What action am I taking? So you must take action. Don't complain without taking action. Why don't you, I'm ignorant. I'm extremely ignorant. So that's how I look everything up. Now, I did a video a long time ago about I understand venting. I don't know the title of it. I don't feel like going to look it up, even though I look up everything. But there's nothing wrong with venting. There's nothing wrong with being angry. But if you can't use your anger in a constructive, positive way, or you can be deconstructively constructive, meaning if you don't like a regime, you destroy it, but it's to build something new. So sometimes you got to have, you got to break something down to build something up that's better. So that's what people should be thinking about. How can I make my complaining? How can I change the way people view things, how I see the world, how my anger is going to be beneficial for me, my group, my constituents, the people that are with me. And think about that. You know what? I know a lot of people use different tactics, different type of propaganda. You just want to get it out there, but you're not willing to take action. And you may think making a video and speaking is taking action, but if you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, whatever money you have, if you're not willing to prioritize and discipline yourself to do what you need to do, if you're not willing to sacrifice for the goal, then you're just speaking. And I'm just speaking right now, to tell you the truth, but I hear a lot of people, man, but you're not willing to do anything. You're not willing to research. You're not willing to find anybody who thinks like you, that wants to start a group. You may, let me talk about YouTubers. Like, you may ask for some Patreon dollars, but you're not doing anything with them. What are you doing? Are you promoting a business? Are you promoting your group? Some of you, I guess, because I guess speaking is promoting, but are you changing the policy? Because if you're stuck in the same situation, I got to think about that. How long does it take to really make active change in your life? It doesn't put you in a dead situation and let you lead or make changes. It doesn't take long. You can go from the schooling system. You probably get in school around 6 to 18, right? So that's 12 years. In 12 years, you can make a change. So look at your life today and look at your life 12 years ago and what have you accomplished. And that lets you know something. So if you're just on here, which a lot of people are, including me, just saying silly stuff for the point of being silly, then you're not doing that much, and you need to improve your situation. You need to stop complaining and take action. This was this video was about. Stop complaining and take action. Now, if you don't like what I'm saying, this is not probably one of my best videos. No, I know it's not, but it makes a lot of sense to me. And so I would love to hear a comment or two or none. It matters not. But don't complain about stuff that you're not willing to take action on. And sometimes I want to say, put your money where your mouth is. Most people talk about what they would do, and you don't even need money to make stuff happen. But if you got some money, next time you think about buying something you don't need, think about how you can make your money work for you to get what you need and where you want to be. And that's the end of this video. I hope you feel great. It is what it is. And let me tell you this, since I'm going off topic for a second, about this thingy. I got it cheaply, and I had a couple of these things, but I'm stupid. I'm telling my people, look where my money going. Telling you how to spend your money. I'm spending my money on dumb gadgets. All right, now I'll talk to everybody later. Hope you have a great day. I hope I didn't make anybody mad, but if I did, I care not. I want you to be happy, but don't just complain. Go take action. Go take action. Time for some action. All right, I'm done.